We entered the garage, chose one of the motorbikes and got on it, and went up the door and entered the street. We hadn't gone far when police cars and flying motorbikes quickly approached us and passed overhead and beside us. Sandra said, "Who are they after again? Go after them." I gave the gas and we chased them at a short distance. Sandra pointed to a place. "Parkour runners again," I said. "See if Fit is among them?" Sandra entered the mission screen and after a while said, "On that street across the intersection." I signaled, and when the speedometer screen turned into a camera, at the first and most appropriate time, I quickly changed direction. Sandra said, "You. I love this job." I nodded. Our gaze went up towards the buildings. They liked moving on the body of skyscrapers more than being on the ground. When I saw her, I said, "Sandra, arrest her. Before they get to her. But she's so skilled and fast, it's as if gravity doesn't exist. Try it, he won't go to jail, get off the main path and be targeted. I'll go after her too. Are you ready?" Yeah. Fit noticed us, who were following her separately from all the pursuing forces. Sandra said, "Troublesome." I stopped for a moment when the sound of tires on the asphalt was heard. The bike was well balanced. Sandra jumped off the bike backwards and then ran towards one of the buildings and started climbing. Fit grinned. She didn't mind having a little fun in the middle of this chase and danger. But Sandra wasn't ready to give up this time. She readied her gun, aimed, and fired. This time the metal balls hit the target and wrapped around Fit's torso and arms. Fit, for a moment, lost her balance, but he held herself together with all her might. Sandra shouted, "I could have shot your legs. But I want you alive. Give up, Fit. I'm not like those idiots. I'll run after you for long distances. You can't even fight me now. Go down to the ground and the street." Fit jumped very high and landed on the building and its relatively wide ledges. But his arms went numb and she fell. Sandra cursed and prepared to jump. And at the same time she said to me on the radio, "Girl, she's more stubborn than that. She going to kill herself." "What should I do?" I said. "One of those air engines is heading your way. Jump on its back. Then grab it with those grappling hooks. Do you understand what you're saying? I have to balance that bike and bear the weight of that girl and be careful not to crash or hit her." "Do it, Sandra. I sent you a choice. Hit it. What is it? You understand. Out of your hands." She smiled at the option and pressed the button when the air bike arrived. Suddenly, time slowed down. She jumped towards the bike with a long jump and threw its passenger down. The slowdown cancelled time. The bike galloped like a horse, jumping forward. My God, it's scary. There was no sign of Fit. She shouldn't have lost her. And at the same time, I was also paying attention to Sandra and the cars and the second flying bike. So that nothing would happen to me or her. Sandra said, "I don't know where she disappeared to." As Sandra and her flying bike passed, Faith emerged from the gap between the two walls and tried to untie the rope around her body. Finally, she succeeded. She said into her radio, "Where are you, Nomad? Tell me, Faith." "A new hunter, she's been found, a girl, not a runner, like you, but she knows how to move around buildings well. She wanted to catch me. She could. But it seems her goal is not to hand me over to the police and that company." "What do you mean?" "I don't know, she lost me for now. But there was a wave in the air that is no longer there. Let her go. Don't leave her place until she finds you again. I'll be waiting at the end of 222nd Street. Don't be late." "Did you leave the message?" "Yes, I did." "Okay,